Nikola Tesla relied on the power of visualization. Here's how to use it in your life. Dylan Charles of Waking Times reports, although he was unique in many ways, one of the most fascinating aspects of Nikola Tesla's life was his extraordinary power of visualization. He was gifted with an unusually vivid imagination, and even from a very early age, he was able to see things others could not. Quote, if he thought of an object, it would appear before him, exhibiting the appearance of solidity and massiveness. So greatly did these visions possess the attributes of actual objects that it was usually difficult for him to distinguish between vision and reality. This abnormal faculty functioned in a very useful fashion in his schoolwork with mathematics. This mental faculty had a profound effect on his career and some of his most famous inventions, such as the AC motor and the Tesla coil, were envisioned in absolute detail in his mind's eye before he ever set anything to paper. Bernard Carlson, author of Tesla, inventor of the electrical age, writes, quote, in conjuring up all these schemes, Tesla realized the power of his ability to generate mental images. Not only could he use his imagination to undertake fantastic journeys, but he could also direct his talent towards creating new machines. Quote, I observed to my delight that I could visualize with the greatest facility. End quote. He later claimed, quote, I needed no models, drawings, or experiments. I could picture them all as real in my mind. End quote. Moreover, for Tesla, working with mental images meant that he could concentrate on identifying and exploring the ideal behind an invention. This is what Bernard Carlson explained. Tesla was ahead of his time in many regards, but his powers of visualization harken back to the original mystery schools. As noted in the Kybalion, which is based on the ancient tradition of Hermeticism, quote, the all is mind, the universe is mental, end quote. For a very long time, we have known that reality is first and foremost created within the mind. Is there no third way in which man creates? Yes, there is. He creates mentally, and in so doing he uses no outside materials, nor does he reproduce himself, and yet his spirit pervades the mental creation. We are justified in considering that the all creates the universe mentally in a manner akin to the process whereby man creates mental images. The all can create in no other way except mentally, without either using material, and there is none to use, or else reproducing itself, which is also impossible, the Kybalion states. Inherent to our being human in this capacity to physically manifest ideas generated within the mind, and while some seem to have a greater natural ability for this than others, we all share the same anatomy. As such, we can all employ visualization with great effect in our lives. Deep within the brain is the pineal gland and a system of non-visual photoreceptors, which scientifically is known to help to synchronize us with the periodic rhythms of natural light. An internal eye, if you will, not coincidental, the gland is also known as the third eye, or the seat of the soul, because it widely recognized as a part of the brain which connects us to spiritual experience and facilitates us as our inner vision. It is with this mechanism of internal vision that the mind is able to project itself into mental images of anything and everything. This is how we create reality. If we choose images that serve us well, out lives blossom, but if neglected to give attention to the mind's visions, we create chaos in our lives. Author Al Smith refers to this process as imagineering and relates it to the act of daydreaming, which, unlike night dreaming while we were sleeping, is a form of conscious, intentional dreaming where we can actually choose the images we wish to see. Quote, The mental images you consciously or unconsciously design, imagineer, onto your mental screen are totally understood by the collective subconscious. In other words, your daydreams largely dictate your reality. Your future is largely a reflection of the most recurrent images you've displayed on your mind's screen and the images of those who you know. The more times you mentally imagine a thing, the greater its chance of materializing into your reality. Think of daydreams as votes for events to happen in your future. It's the only true democracy, and it's perpetually happening inside your head all day long and throughout our universe. This is by Al Smith from How We Create Reality. In the case of Tesla, much of this power came naturally to him, but as Smith points out, Imagineering is a conscious process. It's a skill that can be strengthened with effort and practice, and anyone can do it so long as they try. Tesla was really only using a highly developed version of the mental capacity that we all share. Regarding how Tesla put these faculties in use, Bernard Carlson explains that it was an intentional practice of combination of imagination, designing in the mind's eye, and persistence. As a simple but potent example of how powerful visualization can be, the following technique can show you how. It's called the lemon visualization, and if you want to radically transform your life for the better, this is a great place to start. About lemons. You'll see the embedded video here. This is from Dylan Charles, working with Waking Times, and it's on the Daily Sheeple.